DJ Toasty Z, Hip Hop Made Me Do It. You already know. We're with the one, the only, the Wiki Good in the building. You guys want to, first of all, go around and introduce yourself?
Sure.
I'm Psych the Monk.
I'm Ricky the Rick.
I'm En.
And I'm Winter LeBlanc.
And we're missing some people, aren't we? We're missing
we're missing one member.
Yeah, Mr. Yanosh, the God.
Janosch Sternberg, hailing from Hamburg, Germany. Couldn't be with us tonight.
Yeah, he's
but
still in Germany.
He might be on his way.
He's actually in Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he lives.
He lives in Hamburg.
That's his
he's in the
country of residence.
Okay, I didn't know who
never
he's a
seen
German
his bare
citizen.
face ever,
Oh,
except for like,
so you have only, is he what's the word I'm looking for? A satellite member of Wiki Good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Word. I didn't know that. How recent is that? It's like
Almost a year, almost a year and a half.
Streeter, how long was Janosch trying to make a song with you before you finally
ghosted him?
Replied to him?
That's the real question.
Yeah. So I guess the start of our relationship with Janosch, I posted a couple tracks on SoundCloud a while back, maybe like 2 years ago, and he ended up hearing it somehow, and he sent me a couple beats and was like, yo, I'd really like to collab. What do you think of this? It's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I'm down. Let's do something. And a year goes by, a year and a half goes by.
Oh, were you purposely like ghosting him, or you?
No, I wasn't. I just like, I'm a very forgetful person.
Yeah.
So I I
put that on Louis Go.
I completely forgot about responding to him, and he sent me another beat like 2 years after that, and I'm glad that he did, because we did end up making a track over that. I think it was his Don Afonso beat, which ended up turning into Raven King, I think is what he sent me.
Oh, for sure. I think you've sent me that. I've played it on the show. Yeah.
And it didn't come out for a while, but then we just like started talking more, and actually our relationship was more of using each other as peers, like review stuff. We didn't really collab much for a while. We would just send each other beats, talk about production, because that's like the main thing that I do before I started performing was producing. And from then on, once I started working as a part of Wiki Good, he kind of just remained in contact and ended up all of us hopping on a couple of his beats, and from there we started making more and more and more and more and more and more, and then we have Evacuate now.
Oh, for sure, for
Shout
sure.
out to the album.
So does he primarily do production for you guys, or does he rap as well?
I think he hasn't rapped at all yet so far. He's spoken on a track, which is like the intro to Evacuate, but other than that, just producing and being the God, basically.
He's the God.
He's literally the God.
Yeah. He messaged me a couple months ago, though, asking if he could ghostwrite a verse for me to rap. So
yo,
I think he's curious.
Kind of fired.
He's curious about it.
I want to know what his bars are.
Yeah. Nah, I remember after he had found like the Wiki Good EP from about a year ago now, and he's always been very honest, and so he's like, I listened to this, I heard it on SoundCloud, and I just thought it was some guys who are either lazy or just have no sound engineer, and we were like, oh man, we worked hard on that, come on. But he
kept it brutally honest.
Yeah, exactly. But he was able to kind of take the sound to the next level, sound engineer wise. He spent a couple years like studying that, and so yeah, that's been real helpful.
Oh, for sure. And if you want to first to just start off, I like to ask all my, interviewees this question. If you had to say, like, who is Wiki Good?
I like that question, the way you phrased it.
It's open-ended. You can take it however you want.
We're a group, but I think who still applies, because Wiki Good over the past year has definitely come to have its own identity that comes from little pieces of all of us.
Got some culture,
as usually happens with a group. But really, we all went to high school together. Winter's a grade below us. Ricky, Ian, and I were all in the same grade. We all grew up in Western Mass, and we all love music across so many different genres, but we're all very deeply invested into our own explorations through creating, being a part of music. I think, to me at least, those are our roots. Like that's where it really starts.
For sure.
Was that, we had this shared experience, and then we're all very deeply passionate about music. And everything else is just layers on top of that, which you guys can say something about. I don't know.
I mean, you can say whatever. I was gonna say, I remember like in 11th grade, like I had the idea for Wiki Good. Like I was writing like sketchbooks and stuff, just like sketching up the idea. But I mean, I didn't have like the full idea of Wiki Good. I kind of like wanted the music group to be a part of, because I was so down with like Odd Future and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to be a part of a collective. And I kind of heard about like Dark World, but I didn't really know what they actually were, because they're more into like punk shit then.
Yeah.
And like I remember like as soon as I graduated high school and like I was like wanting to start pursuing this music shit, and Louis Go, was helping me out with all this, and I had Ian and Streeter. I didn't even know Streeter had bars until like he sent me one track, and I was like, all right, like this is crazy. Like Wiki Go was only 3 people at first, and then we were like, we need someone else, and I was like, yo, we need the god Winter LeBlanc. We need Winter. Like there's no way Winter could be anywhere but Wiki Good, otherwise I'd probably shoot myself. Like, you take over the game like single-handedly. It's just crazy.
Yeah, because I think originally, like right at the beginning, Ricky and I used to do like Dirty Cookies.
Shout out Dirty Cookies.
Senior year of high school. I remember we recorded that on my laptop. I had this USB mic, and I didn't even know how to use it really. So
we didn't even
those
use
tracks
it.
came through on the laptop speaker, and we didn't even know, and we didn't even care.
We had no idea.
What's a dirty cookie?
It's whatever you want it to be. Basically, you're thinking of a name. You're like, we're like a dirty cookie.
I remember. Well, we were sitting on our friend Jack's couch. Shout out Jacker. And I think we're just thinking of stupid ideas. We made the song on a Wednesday. Call it Flames on a Wednesday.
Flames on a Wednesday.
We're trying to think like, all right, what are we gonna call this? We want to make a new like sound,
Like,
whatever.
what about like trash cookies?
And then you said like Oreos, and I was like, dirty cookies.
Like dirty dirty.
I didn't know if that was a euphemism of sort.
I mean, not now. I think it was kind of just like a joke, but like it's stuck.
Oh, for sure.
Kind of the idea behind that early on. We just didn't take many of those songs too seriously. Not
at all. But like that was the best part of it, because like people still like that. Like they fuck with it, and they're like, yo, I like that.
Well, I remember at one point, Syke had sent me a track, and it was, I think we had done a show at our house, and it was just called Juice, and I guess it was like the day of. So it was just called Juice. Yeah. At the Juice Bar. Shout out the Juice Bar.
Yo, shout out Louis Go. Shout out Juice.
Classic shows there.
Oh, facts.
For sure.
We gotta go back there too. Definitely.
No one. I don't know who lives there now. I
Oh,
don't think that's happening.
Yeah, let's go back.
Go back there, throw some shows.
I think it's a different environment now.
Yeah, that's all right. It's whatever.
But Winter, did you have anything else to add to that? Who is Wiki Good?
Who is Wiki Good?
Yeah, the very open-ended question.
Well, I think when it comes to Wiki Good, it's all dynamic. I think as we work more with each other and collaborate with each other, we continue on this quest to like fuse all of our styles together to make one cohesive work. And I think at the very beginning, like if you listen to our music from the genesis to where it's at right now, it's kind of eccentric at first almost, because it's just so many different styles that we're trying to like bring in together.
Yeah.
And I think through time and work, like, the stuff we're working on now, it's like, who is Wiki Good could refer to like one person, one entity. So like, I think that's the goal. I think to get Wiki Good as like,
cohesive.
Just cohesive, that it just represents itself as one.
We're still so new.
To get that chemistry going.
Exactly.
We've only been making music.
We young as fuck, yo.
You young boys.
For a year.
Bro, he's 10, bro. 10 and a half. 10 and a half. I forgot. Half birthdays count. Half birthdays matter.
So I guess to, like, kind of in a structured way, outline our collaborations or whatever, and how we became a group.
That's what I was going to ask you, how you guys linked up, actually.
Yeah. Like Ricky and Ian had just mentioned, they started as Dirty Cookies in high school, like 11th grade. Just spitting bars, making silly, like really innocent tracks. Just doing their thing.
The YouTube beats.
YouTube beats, like
YouTube beats.
Drake type beats, type in.
all the type beats.
All the type beats.
As one does. And I was producing electronic music at the time under the name DJ Erosion, which I still use for my production. I'm probably going to hold on to that. And I started recording a couple tracks for them. I think the first thing I recorded was Disjunctive Creek Kingdom, which was Ian's first mixtape. Yeah, big shout out.
First, though,
you know, she actually really loved that project. And Streeter and I recorded it in our buddy Lauren, shout out skier Lauren Dotton, his like spare room and his like dad's speaker with no pop filter, no anything. I was really sick, and I wasn't really sick, but you know, I was stuffed up. We recorded it in 2 days, and man, like I was happy with the content of it, but like how it came out, you know, I was a little sore about it. But you know, she actually just loves that. And he's been like asking me and telling me he's gonna make things that sound like that. But yeah, you can continue.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying?
Yeah. So we had Ricky and Ian as Dirty Cookies. I was producing, doing my own thing. We kind of joined forces. At first, I was strictly like helping them with their creative process, just recording, because I had kind of amassed some amount of equipment at this point.
Yeah.
Working on their solo projects, some of their Dirty Cookie stuff, and then eventually that had morphed into Wiki Good as the three of us, and we were just I don't know. That's
so it was like more of gradual. It wasn't like
it was very
it wasn't
gradual.
Like some people have that moment where they like decided to be a group, but it
well,
was
we threw that banger party, and after that party, and it was like successful. We were like, we have to do this.
And when was this? When was it?
I don't remember like the exact date. It was definitely after we graduated, I think. But Winter wasn't a part of Wiki Good yet. It was kind of like an end of the year.
Wasn't that party on my street too?
I was gonna say it's literally right down the street from
down the street.
It's on
down sitting at home.
Way
but
out
like
there.
we just threw the party, and it was like the house was packed out, and we performed. But like the sound levels like weren't that good, and like I don't know, I was wavy as fuck. But but like we just had a blast, and people were like, yeah, that's like it sounded like just good music playing. And we were like, yo, like we're entertainers, like we should do that. Like, we should just like
just
make
fun
a group.
vibes. Yeah. Even if the sound wasn't good, you just had that
Yeah.
vibe, or the crowd was like fucking with it just because of the energy. Yeah.
And we still like think about that night like all the time. And our first song, The Takeoff, like all of our bars are kind of surrounded around that night.
So you guys said you've been only really working together for like a year or so,
basically.
you know.
And
Okay.
the EP came out less than a year ago.
I
think that was a big moment where it started to become thing. We had singles on SoundCloud. It was just fun. You know, we go to Streeters. We'd be drinking, smoking, like just writing, like picking beats. That was really fun. And we still get to do that now with, you know, the stuff she's sending us or whatever producers we're working with. But, you know, it was SoundCloud and it was YouTube looking for whatever beats we like and then just picking them out and just rapping over them. And it was, you know, no pressure, no anything, which was great. Just singles, like tossing them on SoundCloud. And then we got the Wiki Good EP together in the winter. And I don't think we were expecting to make a project that last winter. We were all kind of together. I would be there like till 3 a.m. every night, sleeping until like 2 the next day. We would all be in. We made a project, and I don't think we ever expected to, but it was all production from within, which was really awesome.
All organic, all natural.
Yeah, so that was the biggest change. We weren't going on YouTube anymore. Streeter and Winter producing most of it. I played a little guitar, you know, which like gave me a lot of pride personally. But no, really, yeah, it was Wiki Good.
That was a big moment for sure when there was that transition from getting random ass beats online to being like, yo, it's time to start creating some original content. And that project, the Wiki Good EP, is all original production, bars, mixing, mastering, recording, like whatever it was, that was purely us, and that was the four of us. So I would say that was like the defining moment of when Wiki Good was birthed.
And I think that you know, what's great about starting to get into rap is like you can start off just downloading beats, put out a mixtape or whatever, but then like you can, once you get to the point where you can produce your own beats and you can make everything 100%, you know, organically and by yourself, then you know, then you can actually sell it, you know, make some money.
Yeah, I feel like I can actually say that it's like, sometimes I like to just say that it's a band, because I think sometimes it's easier when you're telling older people.
Man, we're definitely a boy band, like low key.
It's like
We're the hottest boy band in Western Mass.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Talking
You're
about,
the-
better than NSYNC. Backstreet Boys, we're coming for you.
You're the West Mass
We're the West
Brockhampton.
Mass boys. That's all.
Ideally.
WMB.
I wish.
Yeah, we just had to readjust. Make it. You guys are the
Make it
stars
work.
here, so
Gotta make it work.
we don't need the ceiling in there. We don't need the We need to see your beautiful faces. So, all right, yeah. Where were we? And I know Ricky has talked about wanting to do more of a group effort versus like solo work. I'm curious, is there a reason you guys wanted to start a group rather than work on your own stuff, or?
I mean,
Did it
I'm
just
still
happen
100%
naturally?
down with the solo game. It's just like working with your homies is a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like I like that experience, like getting together with your homies, like having one beat and then all like attacking like at the same time, being in the same room, and it's like having the same energy go around the room. And when you finally like come together and make the track, it's just like it's way more like gratifying. Like I don't know, it's a lot of fun. But I'm still like all about this solo shit. Like I'm still just like trying to put my face out there to even just put on for Wiki Good as well,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like as long as like we all blow up individually, like that would still be good for Wiki Good. You know what I mean? Like even if Wiki Good didn't like blow up, like I don't know, but like if we all did individually, like we can still make Wiki Good work.
Something
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
to tell these guys a lot is just that the rising tide floats all ships. The idea
You say that a lot to them.
I actually
does.
do.
He
Hey,
does.
like, yo, you just said that.
Like, yo,
Like,
you
shut
said that
up.
like
actually.
yesterday.
Are you one of those people that like speaks in like
Idioms and
yeah.
shit.
Too
Sometimes
cryptic,
I
what's the
feel like
message?
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Ricky hit the nail on the head. Just the idea that, when one of us, puts something out there, it's representative of all of us too. And I think that's the beauty of it, because like, we all have families, and to have a musical family around like your art is like kind of a beautiful thing. Just something
Yeah, for sure.
that you can enjoy with the people you made it with. When you make something solo, a lot of times it's a very intimate process with yourself, but to like spread
Yeah.
that intimacy with others and just to have that experience is like, I don't know, really beautiful. And
And I think
fuck with
especially
it.
when you're just starting out and you might not have as many fans, it's like
Yeah.
you have someone to bounce off and be like, oh, that was dope, versus
Yeah,
like when you're starting off, you're doing solo, you just put stuff out and it's like you only know based on like how
Yeah,
people
you
are
only know
like
certain
responding,
people, yeah.
but if you're in a group, it's like like in that moment they're like, oh, that was dope, or like you can do it this way, or like just helping each other out, and you get that instant feedback type of shit,
Yeah.
and I'm also curious, like, what made you guys? I guess you would all have your different answers for this, but what made you guys get into making music, or when did you get into making music and stuff?
I'll take that one first.
Yeah, for sure.
You can go right down the line.
So when I was young, my parents were in a reggae band, and
Oh,
my
word.
dad was the lead singer and the rhythm guitarist. My mom was a backup singer. And I used to go around to their shows, and at the time I hated it. I was like, oh my God, my parents are like performing in front of me and people are listening to them. Like, I feel so embarrassed right now. And my dad's like dancing and my mom's like dancing, and like, what's going on?
Yeah,
But
it's like embarrassing parents, but to
yeah,
the next level because they're
exactly.
performing in front of all these people.
Exactly, but I think, they stopped doing it eventually, and, of course, like, you don't know what you got till it's gone, and then
Yeah.
I started to appreciate it a lot more, and I just wanted to be a part of it, that thing that I saw my parents doing at such a young age, and,
For sure.
all the instruments are in the house, because they're, like, lovers of music, and, like, it was right there, it was very accessible,
For sure.
and, yeah, I guess that's kind of my entry point
Your
to this
orange
whole
or something.
thing,
That's actually really cool. I would have never guessed that.
For me, played violin in 3rd grade. And I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. And that was it. That was the first, that was the first time I was taking lessons.
Ever
like,
since then.
learning to play an instrument.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is cool. I always loved music, but played in 3rd grade. I played till like 9th grade. I was getting bored of it. There was nothing I could do really contemporary with it. I was sick of reading music. I would be sitting in like, strings class and be like plucking a little along and everything, getting yelled at by the teacher. But then I started playing ukulele, and I was getting really into that, starting to do songwriting, and I performed in high school with a few different ensembles, a few different little groups and played with the Rockin' Red Hawks at Frontier.
Yo, shout out Frontier.
I did some like lead singing and it was all and then I was always really into writing also, but I think that I partially thought that to be separate from music. So when I started writing bars, I was in my basement. I was like 16 and I had a Yamaha keyboard that I'd be playing the 16 beat bold. And I was like, oh, this is sick. And I'd just be writing, I'd record on my iTouch and everything. That was like the very, very beginning. And it just felt amazing. I used to do around that time I would write stream of consciousness, whatever on my mind, and then just, with no rhyme or reason, and just kind of delete it. So that was where I started with like writing, and I just have always loved to write. Like poetry is really what it is, but then putting it over music is just amazing. So yeah.
Word. For me, I guess I was one of those kids who kind of like wanted to be everything growing up, like everything that sounded so cool. But like there was always like there was always that like I would like see on TV. I would always like see on TV or like see like hear on the radio like just like rappers and musicians and like see like MTV Cribs and all. And I was like, yo, like I want to be a superstar. Like I always just like wanted to be like mad famous.
I could picture.
But like Ricky, second grade Ricky was like freestyling bars, like just like off of like the radio, like hearing the beats and it's like, oh, like this is fire. Like just like probably wasn't even that good, but like I didn't start writing down words until like maybe like middle school or something like that. But like I would always just like freestyle in my head or whatever, like knowing I wanted to be a rapper. And like I didn't like release my first song until like 9th grade. Or actually my first verse was in 9th grade and my first like song was in like 10th grade off of like my laptop microphone and stuff. But like I always knew that I wanted to like rap and do this, and I always wrote bars, but like I'm kind of like a perfectionist, and so I'd always like scrap them or I'd keep them in my phone and it's like never use them. Like start writing a song and it's like it's not good enough, and it's like work on the next one and get to some point and it's like jump to the next one again. And I still do that sometimes, but I'm like trying to just like release the content anyway. But like I've always like been good in like English class with creative writing and stuff. And like I won the poetry slam actually in my high school. That shit was fire.
We went 1 doing that.
Yo, that was crazy. I got the standing ovation, got the highest score and everything. But like I always knew that I wanted to. No, there was no trophy. I was pissed.
Donna's not giving out trophies.
I know. He begged me to do that poetry slam too.
We
But
both wore our senior jackets too. We thought
fast on little boots. I felt like a white person. Like nah. But like I always knew that I wanted to. Like I've always been a creative person. I used to play the drums. I played the trumpet. I always knew I like music or just like entertainment was like the thing for me. And rapping is just where it's led me to right now. So that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
Streetcar.
I've enjoyed being able to hear what all of you said first.
Yeah, you got time to prepare.
I got time to prepare, and I also I think I picked up on a common theme that I also very much so fit into, which is there is this kind of intrinsic creativity or love for expression that we all have, but a huge part of it has been accessibility. We grew up in Western Massachusetts, very, for the most part, affluent and like liberal, creative, open environment, and we all got to go through a great school system that supported our efforts in exploring these intrinsic kind of curiosities that we might have had, and that was very much so the same for me. I was lucky enough to be able to go to private school in Old Deerfield, Bement, for the first like 10 years of my education, from kindergarten to 9th grade. That was like a huge sacrifice that my mom made for me as a single parent, to put me into like a steady environment like that, where I would be able to kind of just develop myself as a little human being. And
little mans.
As a little mans. And music was a huge part of that. I had teachers around me that supported me participating in music and art, like visual art and all these different things. So I personally bounced all over the place. I was in band, I played the clarinet, and I was in the choir and did a couple musicals, and then I played the trumpet, and I played the drums, and I played the guitar, and I just dabbled in a little bit of everything. And I think I ended up with electronic production because I had tried so many different things, and I kind of had all of that at my fingertips when I was sitting in front of a computer. Because, you know, technology is crazy now. You can just sit in front of a computer and have this full ensemble at your disposal. And that was really, really exciting for me to know that I could kind of play all the parts, you know, like the maestro, puppet master, whatever. I'm definitely, I have a controlling personality, so I think that was appealing to me in some strange way. And from then on, it was just like that curiosity, that like innocent curiosity that carried the rest of my musical career, whatever, took me to where I am now.
Word.
That's us, you know.
Essentially.
We make music.
And if you had to say like, what would you say are some of your biggest like inspirations or influences?
Michael Jackson, James Brown, Lil Wayne, Prince, Chance the Rapper.
I was ready for this one. I'm gonna say Aesop Rock, the album Acid Rap by Chance, GDP, Hunter S. Thompson, and
Alicia Keys,
Connor Oberst.
Word.
Fucking love Alicia Keys.
It's a short list.
Have you gone to any of the ASAP Rock shows?
Yeah, I saw him in Northampton. I think. Streeter, did you go?
Yeah. Was it the bestiary?
Yeah, it was the bestiary. Him and
I was not
the
there.
Man now, and him and Rob Sonic.
Yeah.
We were sitting in there. We thought we were all cool. We had the weed vapor passing around.
Yo,
all
the
secret.
I remember that show.
Yeah, so Aesop Rock specifically, he's definitely my favorite rapper. I'd say biggest influence, but yeah.
For sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
DJ abilities.
Yeah, and DJ Abilities was
He
there,
was
man.
crazy.
That is crazy.
The live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I went to that one, and then I went to the most recent one. And that was the one I interviewed Homeboy Sandman at. But yeah,
Right.
the
Yeah,
DJ,
that's awesome.
the first one was incredible.
Yo, ironically, I looked up to Wiki a little bit when I was younger. Used to watch his freestyles and shit. And then I got to meet him, and I was like, yo, man, I didn't name Wiki Good after you. I'm sorry if you think that. But, like, you know, that's fire.
It happens.
What was the meaning of Wiki Good?
Wiki Good? I didn't, like, Wiki Good, I heard of it first when I met this man. Like, I met Jack Hebert and all this. I learned about it, like, from Frontier Regional. And, like, they started saying it back when they were in elementary school, like, saying, like, oh, like, Wiki Good, like, oh, Wiki, Mickey, Icky, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's like Wicked Good, like, Wicked, like a New England term, like Wicked Pisser or
No,
something.
I know Wiki.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, like, Wiki Good.
Okay,
like,
so it's like
it's,
you know, Wicked Good, but pronounced.
Yeah, it's like pronounced like how we would say it, though.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, oh, it's
Word.
Wiki Good, man.
Yeah, it goes along with the battle cry. This stuff goes back really all the way.
You don't even know Wiki
We
Good.
we had this like battle cry too, when we were prepubescent, and it was this very kind of guttural, like, and it's the E's, and it's all these like,
just
and I
straight
have on my
E's.
wall in my bedroom right now in Framingham, I have a T-shirt that has 4 E's on it. I have like a spray painted E, like, you know, college or whatever, and then I have. Yeah, those are the 2 E things, but you know,
If you know
that's
the E,
that's the same. That is
you a
similar
real
to Wiki
fan.
Good, because we were little kids running around playing football in the, you know, at recess and everything, and it was just, oh, it's Wiki Good. So it's weird, and honestly
weird. I
hated
love
the
it.
name when we chose it for this, because I was like, oh, now when I say stuff's Wiki Good, I feel like I'm talking, you know.
Yeah.
But at this point now, we were just talking about this last night. Like, I'm happy with the name. You know, we made merch and we made quality music. So at the end of the day, the name doesn't really matter. But it's still cool to know that represents just youth for me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Youth
being
is a
kid
huge
and
part of it. I think that's
Still a
like
kid, yo.
that's a really big part of Wiki Good's identity, is this kind of like innocent expression. We all come from like a very vulnerable place when we're working together, and it's really just, I don't know, it's for the fun of making music. There's like very little intention behind anything, like in the way that we name our songs and our creative process, and we're adding
very raw.
We're adding some, it's super raw. That's one of the things that I appreciate about it most, because another thing we were just talking about last night, I was explaining how being a part of Wiki Good it's so important. It's so beautiful to me. It's such a grounding experience to be able to know these three guys as individuals in their personal lives, just like growing up together or whatever. And then being able to watch them turn that into creative expression, and to be able to be a part of that process myself, it just is very, very centering. And there definitely is kind of a certain innocence through all of that. That's like, you know, we started this while like we're still just growing up. Like, you know, we're 21 and winter, you're how old?
19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you ain't even 20 yet, bro.
Super young.
I ain't know that. That's crazy.
Shit, you better not touch
The
no
baby
alcohol,
face.
man.
Got teenager in our
I
group.
do. I look like I'm 12 though.
You look like
Yeah, I got
you
the
should be
baby
in a boy
face
band.
too. Like, I get Carter for
Thanks,
life.
Toasty.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off before. Also, if you wanted
Yeah.
that, it sounded like you wanted to give some
Oh yeah, my
inspirations. Yeah.
influences?
I'd
Oh,
love to
hell
hear
yeah.
that. Because I know that the reggae, I'm sure you have a very
best
some.
Interesting. Yeah, it's funny
Yeah.
you say that because you know it was kind of at the beginning there. I think I don't know. I try to channel a lot of the positive vibrations that come through reggae, but
Yeah.
you know it's very far away from my sound.
For sure,
But
yeah.
I believe 100% in like the positive energy that comes out of reggae. And I wasn't actually gonna list any reggae musicians in my influences, but
Don't feel pressure to.
Besides your parents.
Besides my parents,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. I mean that's huge.
The original influence.
But my
right there.
favorite rapper is Talib Kweli. My favorite artist though is Mos Def. So when I listen to Black Star,
Yeah.
it like that's everything to me. Like I'm such a Black
It's
Star
an
fan.
out of body experience.
It's an out of body experience for real. But my other influences are Saul Williams, Mary Oliver, Brockhampton right now. Like I don't know, I'm really feeling their music
yeah,
lately.
for sure.
All the saturations and just like in a lot of ways what they've done really inspires me to like play a more active role in this group and just to like, you know, figure out how we, you know, fit into the grand scheme of things musically and stuff like
For sure.
that. Yeah, I think I'll cap it there. I
Yeah.
have lots of influences though, you know, it's hard to choose.
Pick up from everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
I actually, on my way back from South by Southwest this past year, I actually like was on the same flight as Talib.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's sick.
Not bad.
But yeah, I don't know. He was, you know, what's not coach? What's the normal? Coach is the
Coach.
normal. Yeah.
Coach, yeah.
Yeah, just coach chilling.
Chilling.
You know.
Hey, save that money. You know what I
I
mean?
take it back. I referred to Mos Def as Mos Def. It's really Yassine Bey now.
Oh, true.
I apologize.
Yeah. But
Just gotta check myself.
no, yeah, I mean, and I wasn't gonna make a big deal of it, obviously, because you know, after a week of like doing music shit, like and like, you know, people running into you, you're just like, you don't want to rush up on a guy when he's
Yeah.
at his fight, you know. But I was like, you know, if it was coincidence that we like had seats next together, you know,
Would have been like, hey,
Start
you're,
talking.
you're Talib Kweli,
do
aren't you?
a
Yeah, I
on the
knew
spot
that.
interview, you know.
Yeah. Hey, when
But like, I
we-
wasn't gonna like run up to him and you know make a big deal out of it, you know.
You see
You gotta
anybody do
respect.
that?
You gotta respect.
On the
No,
flight?
no, no.
No one did that?
I don't think. They either knew and they were like being respectful, or they just you
Had
know
no
he was just
idea.
low key.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel that.
because he's like you know what I'm saying he's a legend, but like a lot. I feel like a lot of young people
It's like don't know
might
his
not even.
face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You know.
I can see that.
Other
Yo, I got a question for
25
you real
minutes at
quick,
least.
Toby.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Ooh, shit. We were just
What-
talking
what
about
is it-
that.
What do you mean?
Just a baby pigeon. Have you ever seen one before?
I wouldn't be able to know.
Exactly.
I must. They're all.
They
they're
don't
s- They're
exist.
so small to start
They
off
don't
with.
exist.
Why'd you ask this question?
You know, it's something I've been thinking about.
Just weighing
Like,
on you.
Nah, this man Winter asked me. Winter and Streeter asked me one day, and I was like thinking about it, and I was high as shit. So I was like,
wait.
I was like, yo,
Yo, I
I've
think
never seen a baby pigeon.
you were so high. I think you forgot who actually brought that up. It was Streeter's girl, Eliza, who brought that up.
Yeah.
She didn't bring it up to me though. You guys brought it up to me though.
Okay. We kind of like channeled it to you, I guess.
Like I walked back in, and they're all like, "Yo, you ever seen a baby pigeon?"
Oh,
I was like,
true.
"Oh,
now that I think about
no."
it.
And they're like, "They don't exist." And I was like, "Oh shit." But like true, like yo, I saw this one video one time, and it was like, sorry, it was bad
No,
funny.
I love it.
It was like
Keep
it was a video of a pigeon in Russia, and like Putin was walking by, and the pigeon saluted Putin,
What the?
and then Putin saluted the pigeon back. Like, what the fuck is going on in
Wait,
Russia?
I'm gonna need to see this link.
I think Putin saluted first. And
No, yeah.
we're gonna have to check the records for that. We gotta fact check that.
Actually, I think Putin did do it first, but the pigeon did salute back.
It happened.
Confirmed.
Totally not fake or anything.
No, I swear to God, it was the crazy shit.
Yeah,
I mean, it could have been like.
send me that link.
I will. I definitely will. I could even show you like after this, but.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
And I didn't even know what to say after that. You know.
I'm sorry.
But no,
Where'd you go?
if you had to say like, what's something unique you bring to the rap game? What do you think?
that I bring?
No, the Ricky.
Nah,
It's
that's-
Ricky's
that's
world.
what
We're all
I
just
said.
living in it. Well, I mean, you guys can
That's
go
what
around,
Ricky
but like,
brings.
or
That
actually,
ego.
what do you think that like each of you uniquely brings to the group? Or like, if someone wants to answer for other people, like what they, well, you know, what the strengths are that they bring to the group. What's the unique?
I think I can try to answer this. This is a tough question, but
Yeah.
I think in the hip hop world there is a degree of division between the people who are producing the sound and then the people who are the lyricists. You know, the MCs, the DJs, you know,
For
whatever
sure.
it is. So looking at it in that perspective, I think Streeter and I, and most definitely Yanosh, we donate some of our production skills to the group. You know, we can support in that way, where Ricky and Ian like really come in with the lyricism, totally different styles, you know?
Yeah.
Ian is very like rooted in his poetic styles and like getting these grand points across in, you know, detailed language and like interesting flows that are definitely intricate and like you chew on and you meditate on. Where Ricky comes with this like crazy like I have flow installed in my blood like type of shit, and like
He
it's
sounds like he
crazy.
thinks in rhymes.
Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
My thoughts are all bars.
And then I think Erosion Psych the Monk over there, you know, he's got so much going on up in his head that he's able to, you know, I think he's the mind of this group in a lot of ways. And we need that structure and we need his motivation. Where sometimes like I'm like, oh shit, if Streeter isn't motivated right now, like we're not getting anything done tonight, you know?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well,
But-
yeah, I can tell that like just from the interview. I feel like, you know, Sykes sitting back.
He's got a good head on his shoulders, you know.
You know,
I'm kind of all
really
over the place,
thinking.
man.
Ricky's just got that energy. Where
I
he's,
got a
like,
lot of energy,
all
you
over
know.
the
Shout out
place.
to my
Talking
mama,
about pigeons and
ADHD.
shit. Like,
But the other thing I gotta say about Psych too is I think he's got the steepest learning curve too, because I think he's been rapping the least amount of time out of the four of us.
yeah,
But you can, because of that, you see him grow like faster
big
than
bounds.
any of us.
Bro,
Exactly.
his first
big
bars,
bounce.
I was like, that's not Streeter.
yeah,
That ain't
yeah.
Streeter. He don't rap. Nah.
Where were you, Streeter? We don't even know where
He was,
Streeter
he was in a fucking. He was in a van, bro.
Yeah, I was in a van. Oh yeah, I would
What?
love to tell that
What is-
story.
yeah. Tell me
I'd
the
love to
story.
tell that story. So when I graduated high school, I was applying to colleges, whatever. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Shout out Jack Hebert again.
Hey.
He was talking about applying for AmeriCorps, which is a national community service program. I was gonna help him with his application because I'm a good friend, you know. I
for
like
sure.
helping my people, and so I started doing a little bit of research myself on what it really was. Jack did not end up applying, but I did. I applied, I got accepted. So fast forward to being in a van.
where was it? Where was this van?
So this van was parked. It was not a moving van. It was a safe stationary van, a big creepy white van that we were given by
It's
the
what you
government
think, kids.
to travel around and do our national community service.
Oh, nice.
So we were staying at an extended stay America in where were we at that point? No, we were in Washington, around the Olympia area. I forget what town it was specifically. But yeah, I just needed a moment to escape from being around this group of people that I had been serving with for 11 months straight, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I was really, really just burnt out at this point. I'd been away from home for the first time for quite a long time too.
Yeah.
Continuously, and I was really, really missing kind of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I guess I was just in the zone to create and express, and I made my first track, which was called Individual, which is the first thing I ever posted on SoundCloud. And that was over a beat that sometime during the program, another shout out, B McG, he had sent me this instrumental. Can't remember what the name of it is right at the moment, but I just was like, you know what, I'm going to write some bars to this. And I had my microphone with me, and I put a sock over it, and I was just fucking rapping with the gain way too high, and it's super crunchy, and it came together as whatever it is. You can go check it out on my SoundCloud.
What's the name of the song?
Individual.
It's like the month.
Yeah. And
I'm looking good.
Yeah.
you're looking good, Toasty.
Was that out of
No
focus
sweat.
or?
This is low power mode and 20% battery.
Shit.
For sure.
But anyway, that's how I ended up in a van in a parking lot.
And
Somewhere in the
was this
country.
like, were you already like Wiki good at this point, or was this
No.
like you weren't
This
working
is like
together really?
This is
pre-Wiki
pre-Wiki
good stages.
Good.
This is like after he did his solo tape. I was sending him beats or tracks to mix, and he never mixed them.
I never know.
Yo, he never to this day still never mixed them.
You were working on the vision then.
Ooh,
shout
shots
out.
fired.
Yo.
You were working on the vision, and now we have a studio, and it's still not done. So how
Is
much?
this-
How
is this
much?
the beginning of the
Perfection
end?
is great. Nah, I got a lot of I'm working on 2 mixtapes at once. It's
Our
kinda
interview
wild.
breaks
the
up
end.
Wiki good
right.
in the middle.
Nah, it's all just shit in my head.
No, for sure. And you guys have a new project coming out soon, correct?
Yes,
Tell us about
sir.
that. Tell us about that.
It's some fire shit. Winter EP. You know how we doing? Got a lot of. We got one feature. Should I reveal a feature? Nah. You know we got one feature. You'll find out. Other than that, it's a straight hot track. Shout out Yanash the God for producing pretty much all of them.
A lot.
Every time the audio is just gonna be.
Oh, that's fire.
No, it's just gonna be funny though.
Hey,
Nah, good God.
no, but for
Ricky's
real.
very animated, you know.
Hey,
Hey,
shout out my ADHD.
I think these songs in the new project, though, I was talking about trying to find that fusion as to take all the different styles and bring them into one. I think we're starting to hone in on that. So you can see, I can feel it,
yeah, for sure.
I think
and I can see it. Yeah.
I think it's starting to be a little more of a well-oiled machine. Gotta give a shout out to my guy Streeter over there. All summer making this last project, making Evacuate. We just and always and forever, Streeter and I just bicker and butt heads like crazy. But today,
Y'all
this is
beef
rare.
so
This is the
hard.
first time ever. Streeter and I went up to the studio this morning at 12, and we worked for 4 hours, and we got a lot done.
Nice.
We had a great time, and it was crazy. So yeah, it's
Nigga
starting-
said in the morning at 12.
That's the
Isn't that-
sweetest thing
okay.
I've
We
ever
were up
heard.
until 4 in the morning last
I'm
night.
just-
and we were up till
I'm
4 in the
saying.
morning last night, just talking and writing. So yeah, it's great.
Word.
Absolutely.
And when can we expect that project?
So we're just coming up on a year of, as we talked about, that kind of pivotal moment for
When we
Wiki
started doing
Good.
shows,
When we
too.
started doing shows, it was that was a really big jump. You know, we
Yeah,
had a
for
little,
sure.
little project, whatever. So we're coming up on that deadline of being a group for a year, and we're gonna try and get it out before then. But no promises, because if we're feeling inspired and want to make more music and take a little bit of time with it, then maybe that'll happen. So
Okay.
somewhere around the middle of February.
Well, I
is a
won't
good
hold you
guess.
to that date.
Facts. I'm going to Cali too.
But we do, if you want us to, we do have something from that we could share. Or if you want to go into freestyle,
Well, we
whatever
should.
have for this.
I mean, I can always play it on the radio show, so I'll definitely send me tracks and I'll play it. But we got about
No spoilers.
We got about at least 10. We have 10 minutes until winter has to duck out. So
Go get a
I'd
tattoo,
love
you
to.
know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What kind of tattoo you getting?
I'm
You
getting
want to share with the list the
some lines
viewers?
of Mary Oliver that I don't know, I fell in love with this poem called Happiness, and the line is the honey house deepest heartwood, and I don't know, it just really stuck with me, and it kind of encapsulates what this poem's trying to get across, and I'm just ready for another tattoo too. So like, I don't know. I'm getting it with my sister, which would be nice.
Spend your money,
good
kids.
Bonding things. Shout out
Is
Sedona
she
LeBlanc.
getting the same tattoo or
She's
different?
not getting the same tattoo. I actually don't know what she's getting yet, but
Different poem.
Happy surprise.
yeah, maybe a different poem. You know, that would be very much like us. You know,
Really cute.
to a degree. So
You guys had a very cute performance at the.
yeah, we performed this song.
So cute, dude.
Yo,
Montreal.
that's the most Western
Off
ass
this
song.
little project that I'm creating myself outside of Wiki Good called Snow Day. You know, like Winter LeBlanc, Snow Day.
Yeah.
I had a
You
small
know.
project called Ice Plant with Yanash that we released on the Wiki Good SoundCloud, which was about 4 tracks. It was just like a little snack.
Little
yeah.
morsel.
It was
Tasty.
tasty. Yeah.
Little morsel, tasty. Thank you.
Tasty.
And yeah, so my sister and I, we definitely bond around music a lot, and we're getting tattoos later too.
Nice.
Yo,
come
that
through.
song is so
We can hang out.
And do we have any quick stories? Any quick shout outs you want to do before we get to freestyle?
I would like to shout out Ben Golsher and the Hawks and Reed, because if anyone has put us on throughout this entire experience, the Hawks and Reed has. So
Oh, yeah.
like, love to those guys.
Shout out Ben. Shout out Hawks and Reed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yo, shout out my mama for sliding me out.
Sliding me out.
Holy shit.
Shout outs Toasty for having us this evening.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. You already know. You already know.
I get behind that.
Yo, shout out Western Massachusetts.
Yeah.
We love you.
Always.
Everybody,
Shouts out
everybody in
413.
Western Massachusetts. Eastern Mass, no promises. Western Mass.
Hey, come on.
Life.
What? Hey, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out Vernon 5 Fucks, Corey Lucas Chino, Shane.
Facts. 5 Vernon.
Niels, Pablo, Leaf.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shout out all our friends.
Hey, yo, 4-leaf clover. I worked there a little bit.
a little bit.
Yo, shout out Mr. Snow.
Nana and fucking
Nana and
Papa.
Papa.
Yo,
Nana and
shout
Papa.
out
That's
Nana
the
and
biggest
Papa. Shout out the Streeter. Shout out Ben
my
the
God.
Alien.
If I can sneak them into my freestyle, I'm gonna do it.
Let's get it.
Go Gadget.
Get the
Wiki
brain-
Wiki
get the
Good
brain
in the place
rolling.
to be.
Hey.
I gotta remember how this. Oh, because it starts like that
Yeah,
shit.
that starts out so weird. That's had me thrown off.
Farm Town.
Trying to map
Yo,
it up.
shout out Wiki Good. Shout out Western Mass. Ended up inside a farm town, growing every day. Long sleeves with the cuts in their arms, stacking the hay. They either slaving for the pay or flipping packs for the check. Or they create and motivate and wish they family the best. I could've ended up exactly how they picture my people. Submit to evil, but I'm peaceful with a side of deceitful. No matter how they wanna battle, I'ma fight for the valley. Would do anything for people who would pray for the valley. Yo, valley, valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley. You thought he would, valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley wood, valley what? Valley wood, valley, valley, valley wood, yeah. Valley, valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley. You thought he would, valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley wood, valley, what? Valley wood, valley, valley, valley wood.
Yeah, paper to burn, papes the right pace for fuel. Forgot how to use instincts when he learned to use tools. A kernel in a furnace learns to pop when it should, and that's why all is fair in love and war and deep in the woods. Deconstruction of social structure, decomposition of leaves. It's so peaceful to be a seed, but then what the fuck will you see? Shelter, water, food, man, I can get it where I go. It's too easy, 'tis the season, catch me sleeping in the snow.
Valley, valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley. You thought he would, valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley wood, valley, valley wood,
Valley, valley, valley wood,
Valley,
valley.
valley, valley wood, valley, valley, valley. You thought he
You
would.
really thought. Valley,
Yeah.
valley, valley wood, valley. Yeah, winter.
Shit. Yo. See a double rainbow, crisscross, all denim jumpsuit. Valley girl, Kate Moss. Used to love the masquerade, rip my whole face off. The money sinking in my pockets like 8 balls. First dates at Osaka, she catch hibachi. She love me differently when she see other people watching. So I get close, but I'm exercising caution. Men from Red Planet, I fucking hate the Martians. Valley girl.
We got another beat though, like.
Yeah, also, that was like mad peaking because everybody was spitting like directly into the microphone.
That's like a hard beat to freestyle over too. Bring on the Dilla. Oh shit. Hey. Am I on record? Yeah. I was freestyling up in Nana's kitchen, wondering what the fuck a baby pigeon. I was playing Uno, watching Juno, you know, hip hop made me do it. Yo, I'm sitting here with Toasty, try not to be boasty, because hip hop's a lot of that these days, and I'm just trying to rap like I wanted to. Back when I fucking heard this shit for the first time, never worst time. I'ma put it on right when the bus drive right past my house, and I was sitting at the shit. Sorry, Toasty, I fucked up.
You know, yo, everybody fucks up sometimes, but you gotta keep spitting those rhymes, cause that's what gets us by, that's what passed the time, that's what gets us high, cause we're all rappers. I even rap when I'm on the crapper. When I'm taking a poo, you know what I do, I still spit bars. Don't spit them with my crew, cause if they were in the bathroom at the same time, that might be kinda strange. And I'm not deranged, I'm not a man, I'm not a plane. I'm super, but I am not famous, cause I don't know how to contain this flow that I get from every angle. Yo, I don't know, Ricky, take it.
Yo, he told me to take it, and so I got it. These days I don't need the clout, but you know I'm about to rob it. Fuck it, I need like 5 more minutes to get my mind right off the fucking brain, but they be looking at me in the limelight. Fuck, I need some LimeWire, get my beats off the internet. They never see me, but they hating that, and they wanna see Ricky go off. I just do it often, and they wanna see me on the west. I'm chillin' Boston. Fuck, I get my words mixed up. This fucking beat is high. I'm about to pass it off to E and he can drop in.
Yeah, I like a slow beat, it gives me time to think. I like to be at home, it gives me time to drink. I like to swim in the summer and I never sink. Yeah, I'm skating on the rink cause it's frozen and it's cold today, but it was warm yesterday and there was a lot of rain. I was driving through the fog, yeah, it's just a little cog spinning around. It's just a year, another year, it's 2018. It's gonna go by fast, trying to make it last on blast. Yeah, shouts out to the past.
On blast. Yo, yeah. Shouts out to the past. Shouts out to the future days. Shouts out to my ass. Cause it's keeping me comfy in this chair. It's a black chair. Yeah. And it has some arms that I can rest on. Just like my friends, they're the best ones. And I can always rely on them. To the very, very end. E-N, he's a good one. And Winter and Ricky, they the hood ones. No, not really, but they're also my friends, so I just had to shout them out.
My man tryna hop in, let him do it. My man tryna hop in, let him do it.
Yeah, yo.
Tryna hop in,
Lost my beat card in France, yelling Viva LeBlanc. I only smoked other cohibas for the memory box. I'm reading Emily Dickinson, see a house all the time. My favorite ladies are the poets I would read as a child. She looking for commitment, yo, I never could. Valley Girl honor, yo, Merlin Wood. Motherfucking sitting in the spot, and I just copped the new flow, copped the new top, We sitting, I've been sitting longer than Ricky's been making the vision. Damn, I'm coming with the precision, don't get the incision. I put the fucking cut and then we out with the vision. I gotta sitting at the table, spitting fables, that's Aesop. Ian's favorite rapper is Aesop. Fuck, that's Aesop Rock. I got the Hail Mary Mallet. I'm coming with the malice, sipping from my chalice. Yo, I'm feeling fucking balanced. Gabe Gill, shout out motherfucker. Yo, we chillin' at Massar. Coming in Boston, B-Town to A-Town. Asheville's got my heart, Shit. Thank you.
Yo, fact. Nah, but Deadass Division's coming soon. Don't sleep.
You already know. Wiki good. Get back over here.
Fuck.
Make sure you guys are.
That was fun.
We doing our time. Oh shit.
Why'd you slay me like that, man? What the fuck? That was so hot. I never got slayed so far.
All right, Wiki good. Thanks so much, guys, for coming in the studio.
Yo, thank
you
you.
already know.
Yo.
New project coming February,
Very
maybe.
soon. Very soon.
February, maybe.
We got a show in Framingham at Angry Hams February 22nd.
Yes.
Come check it out.
Oh, for
check it
sure.
After party at my house. Let me know.
You already know.
Hey, don't forget, January 27th, though, Hip Hop Made Me Do It presents Ricky with E-Rat and Nocturnal Sons Posse headlining.
Yeah,
You know how it
you
is.
already know. Copper tickets for
Copy
me or
tickets.
Ricky.
Or E-Rat,
Yeah,
if you know who
$10
that is.
advance. You already know.
Guys,
It's gonna
we got
be
it for
fire.
the low.
It's gonna be a lit show.
It's gonna be good.
Thanks for coming in.
Hey, not a problem. Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you, Toasty.
Oh, for sure.
Back to the studio now.
Yo, group interviews are hard as fuck.